This is Cycle 4081 for Unfiltered with Cycle 4081. Today, this is part one. It's going to be real talk. We're going to talk about the side piece and the pros and cons of being a secret lover. So we're going to go over those things and get into it. But stay tuned for some real talk.
Are you ready for some controversy? Yeah. Are you ready for some fun? Yeah. Yeah. Are you ready for some laughs? Yeah. Let's get unfiltered with Cycle 4081.
Yo, how you guys doing?
All right.
So I'm gonna give you some information. This is real talk, and then obviously we're gonna talk about the side piece and the pros and cons of being a secret lover, right? And let me go over the data real quick. Studies from Institute for Family Studies and other relationship surveys consistently show most people morally disapprove of infidelity, but emotional dissatisfaction is one of the most cited reasons people cheat. And we've talked about that before. I think, was it the last episode? But research suggests many affairs begin during periods of loneliness, emotional neglect, or lack of intimacy rather than pure sexual motivation. Some therapists argue people often seek affairs to escape emotional pain rather than destroy relationships. Whatever. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. So one of the questions I want to ask is, being a secret lover always wrong, or are there situations where it's understandable? So, and that's an opinion-based question. I'm gonna let you guys give me your opinion on that. Is it always wrong, or are there situations where it's understandable? Paul, you want to kick that one off?
I'll start by saying this. If this is wrong, I don't want to be right. No. Okay, so let me say, being a secret lover is not always wrong.
Okay.
Because it comes down to what you believe you deserve and require, and what you feel like you're getting from that other partner. And if that other partner is not giving you what you believe you deserve and require, it's only natural for a person to start looking outward, looking elsewhere for those things. That's human nature. That's who we are.
Okay, and we're going to talk about actually human nature. I'm glad you mentioned that. We're going to talk about how that fits in later on down the line. So, okay, Paul is not. He's saying it is not always wrong because of those reasons. Dimitri, what say you? Always wrong, or is there certain situations where it's understandable?
Now, when you say always wrong, is it like being a secret lover, like y'all cheating and you're hiding it from your your actual partner?
Yeah, we're talking. This is about the side piece. So when you say it is no reason to be a secret lover if you don't have somebody to hide it from.
Okay. To me, it's not always wrong.
It's not always
because of the certain circumstances. I would say it's not always wrong.
Such as,
well, if you're married,
and no fence sitting.
If you're married and you wanna, if you want to get out of the divorce, like you want to get a divorce and you're done, but you're seeing the side piece on the side, and that whole thing, being a secret lover, I think it's understandable because you're trying to get out of that situation, and you want to be in a new situation. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you love you know what I mean? Like your marriage and it's legit, and then you're doing it. I think a certain circumstance where you're trying to get out.
Okay.
Then,
so
and I'm not trying to speak from, because I've never been married before.
But last episode, saying, like, somebody mentioned that, does it count when we're talking about cheating? Does it count if you told the person we're done, but you're still married? So it kind of goes along that line, what you're saying. Mark, bring some clarity to the subject.
I think it's always wrong because it's like a breach of contract. If it's a secret, that means you're keeping it from somebody, either the side piece or the I guess homebody. I don't know what you would people call them, but the wife or whoever. So I think it's a breach of contract, which means you're keeping a secret from somebody. So yeah, it is, because you never know, the side piece's feelings may get involved, or you may just be doing it for the time being or for fun, and your feelings may get involved, and then you neglect your wife, and then it's a lot goes into it. It's not you're ruining a lot of lives, not
Okay.
just yours. You may have children. So yeah, I think it's always wrong,
Good
especially if
point.
you got to keep the secret.
Good point, because that's going to come up later on. And so I'm gonna tell you, I'm a fence in on this one, because just by what you said, yes, it is always wrong, because once you in a committed relationship, that's the whole point, is being committed. It is wrong. However, okay, there are situations where it's understandable, and and I think, I don't know which one of you mentioned it, but it was situations where you feel you can't get out, and sometimes you need that person for your sanity. So it's still wrong, but it's also understandable in certain situations. That's what I'm gonna say on that. And I say, like, if I was in that situation, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm wrong, but guess what? I needed this for my mental sanity, right? And I think some of us can actually relate to that, right or wrong. But my follow up,
I can.
you can't or cannot.
I can. I
Okay.
can
Oh
100%.
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure, like, a lot of us can. We all talk, as men, we talk and mention these things, and why we have certain issues and all that other type stuff, and it does lead to that sometimes. And you don't necessarily want to break up your situation, but at some point you might need some relief, whether it be physical or mental. You want to get it, but and when we talk about those situations, does emotional neglect reduce your moral responsibility?
I don't.
I
I don't think. I don't
I
think.
think wow, that's a deep one.
Yeah.
I think wow, I let somebody else answer first.
Yeah, that's a good one. You
Yeah, I
said,
wasn't prepared for that one.
do you think emotional neglect reduces your moral responsibility?
Yes.
I think so, because emotional is the feelings.
Hmm.
It's your feelings, and you want to feel. You want to feel needed, loved, wanted. So yeah, and a lot of times we neglect what's right or what we should do, or we're not going to be consistent with the moral thing to do. So yeah, I think so.
Okay. Anybody
I believe
disagree with that?
no, because I just believe that it doesn't reduce your moral responsibility. Emotional neglect clouds your moral responsibility. I'm not
Okay.
saying. What I'm saying is that it's not. It's not wrong. It's not right, but because when you have emotional neglect, it clouds your moral responsibility, and you're just going to act on your feelings of wanting to be loved, respected, all the above.
Okay. So I'm gonna go on the record and say this. It does reduce your moral responsibility, because if you have been neglected, that other person who's neglecting you emotionally, physically, whatever, kind of, they did not um they did not handle their business. They did not, you know, take care of their responsibility, their moral responsibility. So it's kind of like you abdicated your responsibilities, and then therefore, if you've abdicated your responsibilities, you cannot expect somebody to just sit there and stay. However, in the case of being right or wrong, I mean, there's always wrong, because at any time somebody could say, you know what, I'm not getting these needs. Let me go ahead and bounce. So, but to the question, yeah, it does reduce your moral responsibility, because nobody's going to sit into a relationship and get you know nobody's going to sit into a relationship and just suffer for nothing. So that's not going to happen. But with that said, when we talk about the side piece and all that type of stuff, is cheating ever a symptom, or is it instead of the core problem? I think we can all agree on that one. Nobody
Wait,
cheats. Is
say it
is
one more time.
is cheating just a symptom instead of a core problem? Because you're gonna have people that cheat. You're gonna have people who are cheaters, and then cheaters are going to cheat. But when it comes down to cheating, would you ever say it's a symptom instead of the core problem in a relationship?
I think it's a symptom.
Is a symptom of
A
something
symptom
that's going wrong.
of right.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a core problem because the core problem could be financial. You know, that could be the core of the problem. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it could be a multiple thing. So I would say it's a symptom.
Okay. So and again, that wasn't a right or wrong option because we were talking about cheating. We're going to always agree that cheating is wrong, inherently is wrong, right? We're talking about whether it's if there's times where it's acceptable or not acceptable, but understandable, right? So okay, now we're going to get into blame. Who deserves more blame, the committed partner or the secret lover? Now let me go to the data before you answer. Its surveys show that most people blame the committed partner more heavily because they broke their original agreement, as like Mark alluded to, right? However, social stigma often falls harder on the other person, especially women labeled as what? Home wreckers.
Those home records,
Absolutely.
records.
So, and then, you got social media discussion often, frequently reveal gender bias and how blame is assigned. And we talked about that in the past podcast when we were talking about the bias or disparity when it comes to blame. So the question is, who deserves more blame in your opinion, the committed partner or the secret lover?
Can I answer first?
Absolutely.
If the
I'm
secret
going to say I'm going to say my opinion. I'm going to say the committed partner. You know why? Because he makes that choice. He's the hold of of it happening or not. Whether the secret lover is hitting on him or coming at him, and and he can't help it. He still holds the both sides. He could,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like, so that's why
Okay.
I would say that.
E double, I know you had something.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, nee, now I can't. Hold on.
JMJ.
Hold on, brother. Hold on.
Okay. But Paul, did you want it in the meantime?
I can't unmute myself.
You're already unmuted.
I'm sorry, Brian. I was trying to send Demetrius the email just so he could put it on the thing. Can you say the question again? Because Jada's here and she wanted to answer too.
JMJ in the house finally. So
Yeah.
who deserves more blame, the committed partner or the secret lover?
I would say
You got to get over here.
oh
Jada J.
the committed partner. And I think it also depends on if the secret lover, if they knew about it and they think the thrill of sleeping with a married man or somebody who's in a relationship, they're wrong for that. But you can't do something with somebody unless they want you to. So I think it's really on the partner.
The partner. Okay. I'll buy that. Anybody thinks to the contrary? No? Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to go and say that it's equal. It's equal because the committed partner is the one who has the committed partner. Now, mind you, we didn't take into account that secret lover may also have a committed partner because we don't say they don't have to be single, right? But you have the responsibility because you are in a relationship. You have that commitment. However, the secret lover, if you know the person, and most time they do, the person is in a relationship, it's still your moral responsibility not to participate in that. But I'm gonna say well, I can't say that it's equal. I'm gonna say they have blame, but they have less of a blame because they know the situation and they don't have the commitment. So, whatever. Now here's my thing. Does knowingly participating make someone equally guilty? I said guilty, but not equally. JMJ?
Sorry.
Who said yes?
I did.
Okay. You think they're equally at fault?
Yes, especially if they know, then yes, they're at fault. If they don't know and the other partner, like the one who's taken, is like, oh, I'm single, then it's not their fault. Like if they don't know, they don't know.
Okay.
But if
So we're gonna assume that they know.
Yeah, they're wrong.
Okay. Equally.
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
not 60-40, not 70-30. Equally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
knew, and I was wrong.
Well, it kind of makes sense though. And does anybody say that one is more wrong than the other? Anybody? Aside from myself.
Oh, the person committing the act, they're wrong.
They're wrong.
Very,
Yeah.
very wrong. But right is
But not equally wrong. Because this just why
Why-
I'm gonna say reason why I say not equally, because they're not the one who has made the commitment. They didn't join in and say, hey, we're going to be exclusive. That's not their business. Is the one who has that relationship is up to them because they made the commitment. That secret lover, they didn't make no commitments. they took advantage of what was available, right?
That's right.
That's almost like, you go to Walmart and you pick up a juicer off the shelf and they mispriced it and they mislabeled it, whatever. You better I'm taking that lower price. That's the
right.
secret. That's the secret lover.
I want the product. That's right.
Exactly. Now, but that also goes to say, now MC is mostly men here, but
no hubby's coming in.
why are women judged more harshly?
Yeah, why?
I think it's social.
Go ahead, D. Drop some knowledge on them.
I don't think Judge Ashley.
No.
Well, one, it's a societal thing. Two, in the word, they weren't created to be with multiple men.
Okay. Now wait a minute. For purpose and context, we're talking about a side. That's why I said side piece instead of a side chick, right? So it includes the man too.
Lead. Oh, I definitely came in late. My bad.
Yeah.
Came in in the back of the class.
Oh, right.
So we already know we talked about this before. How everybody's not seen the same. We don't get judged the same for whatever reason. And in all honesty, we know men in this male dominated society, we always judge women more harshly, basically on everything. So I'm going to I'm going to co-sign on this, and I'm gonna tell you why they should be judged more harshly. And then y'all could jump on me on that. But I'm gonna say this, and this is an analogy that I always use when it comes to men and women. It's like men are pirates, right? They're the captains of this pirate ship. Women are the ones at these little islands holding the treasure chests. So every time a man goes to those islands and he takes that gold from that woman, it devalues the woman. Whereas a man, if he's going to all these different islands and he's taking his gold, he's actually becoming more valued. That's how society sees men and women. Women are looked at as a prize, so to speak, whereas a man is not really looked at as a prize. We're takers, and women are givers. So I think how society sees it is that when a woman gives, right, that she gives of that pot, the pot of gold, it devalues her, whether it's real or perceived. That's how people think. So with that said, I think women will be judged more harshly, when it comes to that. And don't let it result in a pirates always want new booty. But don't let it result in a child. Oh. Okay. So that's a whole different question. But who in here would say that women are not judged more harshly when it comes to being a secret lover or even having a secret lover? Who would say they are not? We have a consensus. Okay. And anybody have a different reason from my pirate ship thing that I always talk about?
That
No?
was a good analogy.
It was
That
a
was
good
good.
analogy.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. That was a very good analogy.
All right, so since we're talking about real talk, I'm going to throw some data out there. I like throwing some data out there just so I'm not pulling stuff out of the air. So, relationship researchers commonly cite low long-term success rates for relationships that begin as affairs. Meaning, if your relationship begins as an affair, your chances of having a long-term relationship is probably not going to be successful. So, one widely referenced estimate claims only a small percentage of affair relationships end in a stable marriage. Trust issues often cited as the biggest obstacle because both parties witness deception firsthand. So, automatically off the rip, you got baggage. So, do you think a secret relationship can ever become healthy long-term relationships? Go ahead, D.
This is my humble opinion. If your foundation is built off of lies from the very beginning, it's very difficult for it to turn out to be a certain way and with a good ending. Because if the foundation should be about, I should be able to build something with you based off of trust, honesty, friendship, those core things. And if that's not you or myself, to be honest, maybe I'm more different. I expected disaster at some point.
Okay. Very, very valid. Alexis is in the house. Alexis, what say you? She's probably on the beach, y'all.
Very close, actually. Very close. The dog part.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. My opinion is that when I think of something like that, I think of the Joker and Harley. And what makes me think of that is that they trust each other to show up as each other. And so I think it's 50-50. I think there's a lot of people out here who can have deception and all this other stuff, and that's how they start off, and that works for them. Because they're like, I know you to do something crazy, but then I know me to do something crazy. So, hey, it's two crazy people together, and then it works. But I also think
that is a good example. But I want you to
but
underline.
I also think that there's.
I'm sorry. I want you to underline something in that. Underline the word healthy. When you talk Joker and Harley Quinn, underline healthy. Can it happen?
They were happy though.
They were happy, but it was
healthy.
So for those, just I'm gonna point this out. Check out one of our past episodes. What does a healthy relationship look like? And we talked with E Double and D, and it was a really good episode on what a healthy relationship looked like. And I learned a lot from that. So, but all right. So Alexis said they can. It's 50-50, right? Paul, what do you say?
Oh, as you talk about if a relationship was a secret lovers, will it?
Yeah, y'all both. Let me give you a scenario.
Yeah.
You and your wife are together. Things are going wrong. Whatever. You have a secret lover, and the girl who you was dealing with has a husband, right? You guys decide to break up. She breaks up. You break up. What are the chances of you and her having a long-term healthy relationship?
It's doing from the start. It is doing from the start, because, like my man said earlier, you trying to build a foundation on sand that's already wet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't prop anything solid on a foundation that was built on lies, distrust, secrecy, and who knows whatever thing was going on. Because remember, you was already in a committed relationship. She had a committed relationship. Y'all was doing what y'all was doing. She was doing her thing. Now y'all come together. Bringing so much baggage into that relationship. It's not gonna work.
I'm gonna go on.
Eventually, it's gonna blow up. Eventually
it's gonna blow up. So I'm gonna go on what we talked about at one of the prior podcast episodes when we talked about. I think Mark made asked a question. He asked when a woman typically cheats, the what's the probability, or there's a high probability that they were already gone mentally before that even happened, right? I think I don't know if it applies to guys because I can say it does sometimes, but generally speaking, I don't know if it's the majority. But I I think when you have, it depends on the circumstance. If you have two people stuck in horrible situations, and like I said, you can tell some situations where it's hard for people to get out because they have different reasons, whether it be financial reasons, fear, abuse, whatever. I think you can have a healthy relationship going forward, but it has to be, it has to be almost perfect. Like you have to have perfect communications. You have to actually address all your fears. You have to address all your insecurities. And let's be honest, the vast majority of us don't qualify. We don't have great communication. We don't have those conversations that address our fears and stuff like that. So, it can happen, but chances are, I don't think it'll happen. But even aside from that, can you trust or ever fully recover after you've been betrayed? Anybody think you can?
From the same person?
Yes.
So from the same
from the same person, yes.
in my opinion, I would say yeah, because I feel like people change, they heal, and I feel like they can learn from their mistakes,
Okay.
even though that's a big mistake.
Okay. Anybody else feel that they can fully recover?
I agree with the gentleman for, on a little bit of what he said.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the person. However, the fact will always remain that at some point in that relationship, when y'all get to that argument, what's going to happen?
Okay. Yes.
So to say, some people just have a thing within them where they just don't really care about much, and they'll just roll through it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
However,
I think you can forgive, but you don't forget.
don't forget.
And if you can't forget, then I don't think you can ever fully recover. And people still keep on keeping relationships not fully recovered. They just basically exist. So I do think it can happen. I think you can go on, but I don't think you'll ever fully recover. That's the key. Right? I don't think you'll fully recover.
Right. And that's my point.
Right.
Like you'll get over certain aspects of it. However, you're not gonna be totally over it. Especially if you were the one that was cheated on.
Okay, so I might have two follow-up questions on that. But the main one, basically, anybody here, you don't have to say it if you don't want, anybody here ever been cheated on? And if you have, did you fully recover from that?
Yeah, recover. I recovered.
Alexis, I cheated on you, Alexis.
Oh my God.
I knew we were doing it. I've been both, but I have not recovered from both.
Okay.
I've been cheated on and I have done the cheating.
So when you were the so-called victim of the cheating, was it because you lost trust forever? Or was that just a symptom that you just never could get over?
Yeah, I couldn't get over the betrayal because of the crazy part that like really ended up happening was, yes, it's why you don't mess with bisexual girls, but she was more bi than I thought, and essentially I hooked up with a friend of mine, was like, hey, you guys should hang out, and she claimed she took that as like, oh, you were signaling me to have sex with her. I'm like, what?
Oh.
I did that. So yeah, and I couldn't get over that because I'm like, first of all, you fucked my friend.
Right. Oh, it was a friend of yours.
Messed up. But then it was a friend of mine. It was a friend and my girlfriend. And I was like, I just thought y'all would be cool. So I really couldn't get over neither one of them.
Right.
Yeah. And the sad part is I was also a little younger, so I stayed with her for I don't know, maybe a month or two, and then I was just like, I can't get over it.
Okay. So you never
Yeah.
never got past
And
that.
they blamed it on alcohol though. Yeah.
I wish I had a button I could push to cue that song. So
Yeah, that's I think like around that time, kind of, sort of. So it was like, no, I don't think that's how that works. Yeah, I just couldn't move past it. Nope, could not
anybody
move past it.
anybody here has been cheated on and actually was able to get past that. I Me personally, I don't know. I'm gonna say that I could have been. I never knew, never found out. I don't know. But I think if I did, now here's where the hypocrisy comes in. Oh yeah, it's coming. I see. I see. The hypocrisy is that, and this is a lot of times is a guy thing too. I think, you know, if I was cheated on, I do not think I could recover from that ever because I would have lost all trust in that person. Even if we looked at it and said, okay, I understand the situation was different or whatever, and I can put myself in that situation and say, okay, well, maybe if I was in a situation, I would have done the same thing. Nope. I'll do it to you. Don't do it to me. So,
I got cheated on in high school, and I still ain't recovered. I still ain't forgot.
You know, hey, Brian.
Damn.
Hey, I'm gonna throw a different twist in there.
okay.
I was cheated on many years ago. The difference is I was harder on myself for making them bad choices and the woman I chose to be with.
Okay. 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 So that's different. That's different. This guy here, this guy is the definition of accountability.
I didn't have to choose it, and I did.
I'm not blaming myself for nothing. I'm just
But
letting you know.
I want to say, yeah, accountability, but also could kind of be self sabotage. That's what it could be either or.
Oh well, yeah, that's true. That's true. You know.
Yeah, because again, I didn't have to choose it. There were flags all out there,
Oh, and
and
you
I still
just dismissed everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So for me, that's why I say that it's a backflip because yeah, I can blame you because you ain't nothing, but I knew you weren't nothing. I still chose you.
Right. So, all right. In the name of the cheating or the cheaters, do you think people who cheat eventually repeat the behavior?
Yes, for sure.
For
I
sure.
think
For
so.
sure.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That started me on my
Yeah,
path.
for sure.
Oh, that's what started you on your path.
Yes.
So for all the listeners out there, Paul is a revenge cheater. Okay.
You think they're repeat offenders?
Yes.
The crime was committed against me, so I became a criminal.
He's a habitual line cheater.
He said hurt people hurt people. Mm. But all right, so that's a serious question though, especially when you talk about the side piece and whatever. And we talked about different reasons why somebody would be in that situation. And I'm going to say there are certain circumstances where it is understand. I'm not saying it's right, but it's understandable. So I don't think that if if you've done it once that you're going to repeat that behavior. However, I will say that if you already a habitual cheater, chances are you're going to habitually cheat again, unless you have some type of healing, or in the case of some people, if you got a spouse that knows taekwondo, But other than that,
Sure.
I yeah, I think it's sometimes it's in you, and I think once you do it, it's kind of easier because you you justify it in your head.
I think it's easier. I think it's easier, Brian, when it all depends on where you are in life. If you're a person who just wants to
Yeah.
date casually, and maybe the person you're with doesn't want to date casually, or they want a little more serious about it than you are, of course you're going to be open to cheating more or whatever the case. You're not ready to really settle down. It all depends on your age and where you are in life as far as relationships are concerned. But I do think people, if you cheat, you can correct that. You can correct those issues. You may be ready to settle down. You may not want to keep going through the same things.
Oh,
No,
So
you right.
you're right.
people,
Yeah.
You right.
people, people can change. It depends on where they are in life, and
Okay.
where they want to go.
Yeah, you are right because for me, and I joke around, I say that, but that was during my younger time. That was like 20. That was 20 years
He
ago.
said his younger.
So
He said his younger
I
time,
thought,
like
thought he
2 years
was gonna say
ago.
20 days ago. I thought he was gonna say 20 days
no,
ago.
no, no. I was young. I was young. I was feeling myself.
He was a young. He was a young 48-year-old.
I, I was a young. I was a
20
young
days ago.
gigolo. I was a young gigolo out there. You know. But nah, I'm wiser now.
So
I don't need the.
let me ask you
I don't
something.
need validation things like that.
I got a question for you, cheater.
Yeah.
so,
Yeah. I'm a reform. I'm a reform cheater.
now, all
What's
right.
his
So
tag
for
name?
for the reformed cheaters and the current cheaters, um, is secrecy what makes relationships exciting? Having that secret thing that you have, hidden. And I'll be honest with this. This is for the people who cheated before. So go ahead and tell on yourself, Dimitri.
I want to I want to say something, and I feel like I always kind of go towards more scientifical things a little bit. But I think that a lot of times that people are cheating, and I read this in a book called The Wisdom of Listening, and it really comes essentially to make it more layman's terms from our trauma, and we're trying to fill these voids.
Correct. He's
Yeah.
correct.
So I will say this because I mean I've talked about it before. I've had sexual trauma, and a part of that was secrecy, right?
Mhm.
And so then when I became a cheater in my early 20s and things like that, it was like fire. Like I was like, damn, like I'm gonna be honest, it got bad. It got so bad that I started like I'm just being real. It got so bad that I was almost addicted to just getting away with it. Like, how far could I push this, to have one woman in front of another woman's face and she doesn't know, but she knows. But I mean, and it can go further and further and further.
Okay.
But at some point, I agree. It depends on what part of the journey the person is in and where they're ready. Is it the part of the journey where they're ready to actually heal, or they're ready to be aware of like how this actually affects them in the future, or how this affects them now, or who they're affecting that they cared or care about, and all of those other things. And I think that's a part of the journey, but it really starts with everybody as far as like the cheaters. God damn it, fucking dog. Having having I lost my train of thought.
And Brian, I want to latch on to something she said. She's right. It starts with the trauma,
Mhm.
because if it's been done to you, or for me, when I cheated, it was I was looking for something that I didn't have that I wanted.
Right.
So it wasn't
So
it wasn't
therefore,
the excitement of it all.
no, it's not exciting trying to be two different people, because you can't you can't cheat. You can't cheat and be yourself. I told you before, when you meet a person, you got to meet a woman or something. You send your best representative out there.
Right.
Now, when you're cheating, you're not this. You know, you have someone at home. You can't be the same person that you are with. None of us have ever done it. Let's just say your wife. Everybody was married up here. You're not the same with your wife as you are with the person you're
Right.
cheating with. No,
Facts.
you're a little more loose
No,
with
yeah,
this
yeah.
person. You're a little more edgy with this person. So it's not the same. So, and it's not fun trying to be two different people. You
So
forget who you are. Sometimes you go see the same movie twice and same restaurant. It's not fun. I don't think it's exciting at all.
so for
It's not
those
exciting.
anybody here feel I know Alexis had heard it was exciting for you. Had to be, right? Do you
It
think
was very exciting for me.
yeah, so are you and I'm going to assume this, right? Are you saying that you were often more addicted to the thrill than the actual person?
Correct. I do. And I'm gonna be honest with you because I don't do it anymore because I don't. But it led me to actually start stealing things and beating people's systems. And then I realized like, yo, you could get yourself into some big trouble
Right.
with doing some of the stuff. It was like the thrill of like really getting away with it. And luckily, like I said, after stealing some crazy shit, somebody knew me and gave me a break just because they knew me. And after that, I was like, I'm never doing this shit again. This is no thrill no more. And I actually like stopped cheating too, because I was like, this is crazy. Like, what am I? It was a wake up call. But yeah, it led me from cheating to stealing. It was really a young person crazy thrill.
You had you had addiction to the thrill.
It's not cool.
Now, even
I can feel
the
that.
thrill.
Paul, you said you can feel it?
Yeah,
you can feel that from me, or you just mean like for you?
I understand what you're saying, because it was exciting for me until I got caught.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Then that's a whole different ball game. So anybody think that a relationship in that case, no, this is actually for Alexa, because you did it for the thrill. Dimitri, why did you do it?
Huh? Well, listen, I was never locked down. It's always 10-week relationships. So I don't consider that cheating, because it was always friends with benefits.
Oh, okay.
And when I tried to get towards relationship, it didn't work out or whatever. So the relationships that didn't work out, that I tried, I didn't cheat. But the friends with benefits, oh man, I was jumping around like lollipops. Okay, but I didn't consider that.
That was a mutual thing. Like, yeah, that's totally acceptable.
That's
totally acceptable. So, okay, that's interesting.
I would have to add though, it was controlled too.
Controlled how?
Thrill and control. I loved knowing that I pulled all these strings.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Okay.
Like if I had multiple women, I knew that I could pull strings in different ways and get away. It's like the control and the thrill of the control.
You was almost like a DC comic villain.
I was really bad. I was really bad. Yeah.
So now,
I was really bad.
And we talked about this. I'm gonna ask about this. And it's not like I'm relieving anybody of accountability. Okay, so this question I'm gonna have. Oh wait, did I want to say? Did I give you the stats on that? Okay, secrecy thing. This is what the academics say. Right, psychologists often connect secret relationships to dopamine-driven excitement and forbidden attraction. Perfect example, right? Hidden relationships can trigger adrenaline, anticipation, and emotional intensity similar to addictive behavior. Some experts compare affair excitement to risk-taking behavior, and I think Alexis just really confirmed all that. She connected the affair excitement to the other risk-taking behavior. Okay, that was kind of you have a clinical study there, Alexis.
I hope I get paid soon.
So I want to now this like I say, I don't want to absolve anybody from accountability for this next question, and this is something close to my heart, right? The question is, are humans naturally monogamous? Now, let me give you the data first. Anthropologists debate whether lifelong monogamy is biological or socially constructed, and we have our opinions about that. While many cultures historically practice monogamy, many others allow polygamy or multiple partners to this day, right? Now, when we're going to get into this more, but modern dating apps have dramatically expanded access to alternative romantic options, because obviously there's apps out there for polygamy, for fetishes, for whatever it is, it's out there. So my question to you, in today's society, is monogamy realistic in this social media era? We're gonna go with the E doubles and the. I gotta give you another name instead. Wait a minute. First of all, let me ask you guys this: who here is not on social media? Okay,
that would be me, Brian.
Okay, Mark and Demetrius, not Dimitri, Demetrius. Is your name Demetrius or Demetris? Demetrius. Okay, I'm glad I clarified that, because for some odd reason, people with that name, we always want to abbreviate it with something like meat or Dimitri or Dimitri. us or whatever. So you're
I think it's just you. You call me Alexa. It's Alexis. It's just you, bro.
wait a minute. No. Here's the thing. For you, what I normally call you. What I normally call you.
Alexis Nexus.
Exactly.
But then you be slipping up saying Alexa,
Alexa,
a whole lot.
Right
I think
here.
it's because you old.
I'm like Alexis Nexus from
You
Texas.
just starting to give everybody a nickname.
Yeah, you do. You do give people nicknames they use, whether they want it or not.
But I've been calling her that
Right.
since she was 17 or whatever. So
Yeah.
But so my question really is who thinks in this modern area with social media and obviously with technology you can reach across the world with whatever who thinks monogamy is still realistic? Okay.
I think it is.
You think it is?
It is.
All right, so the two married couples say yes. not unexpected. Okay. For the three people here who are not married, do you think monogamy is realistic in this social media area? And I know all three of you are on social media. Dimitri,
Yes.
you think it is realistic? Okay. No issues for you.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Okay. Paul.
I think it depends on the particular person.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. So is realistic depending on who it's involved. Let's say you. Let's put you on the hot seat.
Okay. Put me on the hot seat.
So,
First of all, I want to say that he gives me a nickname. He called me cheater, but I do no, the cheater. I'm the cheater.
No,
The cheater.
No, we're gonna call you Cheetos.
No, okay, go ahead. Put me on the hot seat.
All right, hot
What you
seat.
got?
And currently now, you right now, present location, present date and time,
Right.
is monogamy a realistic thing for you, especially since you have access to all these social media, apps and whatever. Is it realistic for you?
Okay, I think it is because one of the biggest reasons that I cheated was I felt unappreciated, not valued, or
Okay.
disrespected in my previous relationships. So, fortunately, I'm in a situation where I feel like everything that I was looking for, what I require, what I need, I get. So, I'm happy. I'm good.
Hey y'all, his girl must be near.
How much she going to store?
Okay.
She going
So
All
he
right.
ain't got his camera on.
So anybody else? No, I'm a go on the record saying this. I think it is realistic to have, because I don't think there's nothing that says you can't because there's so many options. And let's be honest, social media does open up options to people because your circle may have been 10 people, 10, 15 people, less, casual people. But when you get on social media, now you got 15,000, right? So it does make things more available, but it doesn't mean that you cannot be monogamous. I got that right. I don't even like that word. That's why I can't even say it. So, but I will say, and let me see if you guys agree with me. I'm going to say technology weakened commitment due to those facts.
I agree.
You agree?
I agree. Okay.
And while we
I
at
agree
it,
as well.
yeah, I'm a point to it. Like we was talking about an app earlier, or I was talking to somebody about it, and there are tons of apps out there just for dating and secret rendezvous. I just learned one of them, Ashley something.
Edison.
Ashley Madison, right? I just learned about that one. That's old school, I guess, but yeah.
Wait, you said in terms of dating for what?
There's apps out there as far as dating or getting hookups of some sort. Even aside from social media. So I think technology has weakened commitment because everybody's not strong. Everybody's not strong. Back in the day, you had to have some type of game to get you something, right? Now you don't have to have nothing. You don't have to have no skills, no communication skills. You don't have to have nothing. Matter of fact, you can put up a fake front and get what you
Yep.
need. So I do agree with that. So the follow up question to that was basically, do dating apps make cheating easier? And here's what the academics say. Said dating apps and encrypted messaging apps, as in WhatsApp and all these other things, have increased opportunities for private communication. And I love it. Ashley Madison, a dating platform marketed toward married people seeking affairs, became globally famous after its data breach. And I don't know if you guys remember that, where it got out and all these prominent people got hooked up on that. And then social media also reconnects former partners and creates constant access to attention and validation. And I know there's a lot of people out there who, when social media came about, let's say, oh, I wonder what such and such doing from their past. I'm sure I would say everybody has done that at least once, in their lifetime. Now my question for that, two things, and we'll close it out for this episode. Has technology normalized emotional cheating?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody who says not, and I think it's pretty easy. Okay, easy enough. Now, here's a question. This is a yes or no, and you could say why. And is online flirting cheating?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We got one yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Two yes.
If you're married, I'm sure.
Okay, especially if you're married. Okay.
Absolutely.
Alexis, Miss Flirtatious Thrill Seeker.
Not for me, it's not, but for most people, yes, it is. I tell women as soon as I date, I like to flirt, and it's a part of who I am. So if you can't get with it, we could be friends, or you could get lost.
Okay, so
I tell them straight up.
Now,
so it doesn't apply to me.
Just as she said, right? She was upfront and she was clear about it, and she gave them opportunities to make a choice. So okay, yeah, you definitely over on that one, Paul.
I mean, that's tough. Because I've always been a flirter. I'm a personable person. Right. I like to say things. I may push the boundaries sometimes, but that's who I am, though. So.
Okay, so the cheater says it's not. Okay.
Oh, that man.
Wow.
He said that, not me. I'm just saying.
Flirting ain't cheating. It's just on its way to it.
Now, I'm gonna say this. Me personally, I don't think it is, because some people have this wide net of what's cheating. Like, I'm gonna get real. If you didn't have sex, you ain't cheat. That's my book. If you ain't have sex, you ain't cheating. That's just me. The flirting and all that.
I have to disagree.
It might be.
Can I give a take on that? Can I give a take on that, Brian?
Sure.
Amen, brother.
Because if a woman did it to him, he'd be pissed.
I don't think online cheating is online flirting, whatever, is cheating, because I see people flirt with people online they had never met before. And you just, like, I see a bunch of people doing that.
Exactly.
So just because that reason alone, like, you'll go on somebody else's page on a Facebook and see some girl, like, oh, I'm gonna send her a message, or hey, you look pretty in that, or you don't even know the girl. That's why I would say nah.
Okay.
It's natural.
Y'all out there flirting with AI women. Shame on you. Shame on y'all.
Hey, so wait a minute. Now, Mark said on the last episode, I don't know if it was last, but maybe an episode or two ago, but he mentioned when it comes to flirting, people do it just for, like you said, I think you said you might flirt to get an extra burger or something, or a free burger, or you might, you want extra meat on your sub or something. You go to get hoagie, you want extra cheese and whatever. So people do that.
That's a survival flirt.
Exactly. Now I tell you what I would say. I don't say it's cheating, but I'm gonna say there's certain situations where it definitely is disrespect. So that's
there are levels to flirting, though.
Absolutely. There are definitely levels.
Flirting to get my wife a great meal or steak or something, that's a little different, right?
Right. Totally acceptable.
That's not flirting, because why? I'm just being nice to the person, respectful, blah blah, and she might get a free something.
Right. So what if you said
I didn't ask for that. First of all, and second of all, that like flirting. I mean, I guess like the gentleman said, Dimitri. I mean, I feel like it could be like, surface level, like he said, just surface level, but it could lead to a rabbit hole. What if she responds back?
Right.
Oh, you like my picture? Yo, I like you,
Right.
and then it leads to conversation. So I guess it depends on the level of flirting. That's all I'll say.
Okay, so is this
I
acceptable?
also think, what's the actual definition of flirting? Like, what is the Webster dictionary of flirting? Because I hear us talking about different things, but are we flirting, or are we also just being persuasive? Like, when you talk about getting more stuff for your food and stuff, like, that's sometimes I think it's just persuasion. Like,
Right.
People are going to put the word flirting, but what's the actual definition, Brian?
Okay. I don't know the actual definition. I think. All right. I can give you an example. All right. So this is when we talk about getting services or whatever. So if I go in 7-Eleven, right, and there's a nice young lady sitting there at the counter, right, and I might say, "Hey, you got some nice titties. Can I get a free Slurpee?"
Wow.
So is that acceptable?
I gotta write that down.
That's how you flirt, Brian?
Hey, that's how you do it. You go ahead and say,
That's how you flirt? Oh, pervert.
You're giving me better.
That's his nickname.
You're giving me better, Bob. Like what?
No, but you guys said don't waffle on me now. You guys said if I'm trying to get some extra free for my girl or whoever, so that counts.
Might be what Demetrius does.
Hey, bro, that's you came in hot, bro. You came out.
Wait a minute. Well, let me put this back on you for a little bit, brother. You have been a police officer. How many women have you let go when you pulled over because she had big boobs and you like, go ahead. I know you was doing that, but you good though. You good.
Let me be honest with this. I'm gonna give you a moment of honesty. Now you know me.
I know you.
Everybody was good and let go to start.
Everybody.
Like,
I knew that was coming.
Listen,
I knew that was coming.
like, well, even when people came in, and they had complaints, right? They'd be locked up in the back talking about, yeah, the officer, he locked me up, right? And the supervisor come back. It's like, him? He locked you up? I mean, so I never really had that frame of mind as, if somebody flirted with me, and because I would think, okay, this is a setup for one. I would think that, but honestly speaking, everybody was getting off unless you was like just too bad to let go. That was my thing.
That's that Baltimore police system.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm Baltimore County. Baltimore County. There's a difference.
Oh, okay, Baltimore County.
All right, hey, you guys. We're gonna make this episode 1. We're gonna go into episode 2. But thank you for joining, and be sure to check out part 2 coming up of Secret Lovers, and also check out other episodes in your favorite podcast platform. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're on everything. So don't forget to check out www.psycho4081.com and subscribe so you can stay informed. But before we go, I need a word of the day. Who's a newbie? Anybody newbies here? Where's JMJ? Did she take off?
Yeah, she took off.
Okay. For E and D, E and D. Give us a word of the day. So, and for subscribers who listen to the podcast episodes, and once you get that word of the day, you can email the word of the day to us at unfiltered.psycho4081@gmail.com, and you'll have a chance to win a monthly prize. But give us a word of the day.
We just got one.
Does that be one word?
Does it have to be one?
One word.
Cheater.
Oh, definitely not.
I got one. Laborious. Laborious.
Is that even a word?
It's a word. It's a word.
It's correct. That is a word. That is a
What
word.
does that mean? What does that mean?
That's a word you use?
Laborious.
From time to time, but it sounds out of place whenever you use it, though.
Yeah. So the root is laborer, right? So figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh, laborious. Oh, yes. Okay.
spelling does not count. So today's word of the day is laborious. And you guys check us out on the next episode.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Unfiltered with Psycho 4081. Big respect to our guests for keeping it real, and love to every listener rocking with us week after week. This conversation ain't over yet. Stay locked in for the next episode coming soon. Until next time, keep it unfiltered with Psycho 4081.
Psycho 4081 here for episode 2 or part 2 of the side piece, the pros and cons of secret lovers. So last we talked about a whole bunch of different things. We had the questions, we had the definitions, but this episode, stay tuned because we're going to talk about the pros of being a secret lover.
Are you ready for some controversy? Yeah. Are you ready for some fun? Yeah. Yeah. Are you ready for some laughs? Yeah. Let's get unfiltered with Psycho 4081.